Karma is a very polarizing currency in Guild Wars 2. You either have way too little to craft all the legendary variants, for example, or you have way too much that you can't use anywhere. So today I want to answer both issues in one video, and I want to tell you how you can maximize to get your karma and how you can actually make gold out of karma. I will start with a little warning. You will not get rich even if you have 100 million karma or even more. It's a way to get some gold back. It's not like you get thousands of gold out of that. Be sure to skip to the corresponding section if you are interested in only one of those ways. Let's start with what is karma. So karma is a non-tradable account-based currency that you can't sell to anyone else. But you get it by quite a lot of different acquisition methods. You can get it by events, you can get it by completing hearts, you can get it by completing fractals or raid bosses or strike missions. You can even get it by completing Winter's Day event, for example. I made a guide about it in the past, so be sure to check it out when currently there's Winter's Day, because it's one of the best ways to actually get karma. But today I want to cover ways to get karma that are accessible the whole year. And of course you can get it by using karma consumables, which is the only exception because the other things that I mentioned are affected by karma modifiers. So you can see here on screen what modifiers I'm talking about, and they can heavily increase how much karma you get. So be sure to put on as many as you can get, because that will easily get you way more karma or just doing the same stuff that you would normally do. Another thing that I have to mention is that the karmic retribution system of Living World Season 3 and 4 can be really helpful there. So if you can get those things, you can actually get the buff, and that helps you when you just kill enemies to get even more karma just for doing meta events and having fun and playing the maps. So this is also one of the best and recommended ways to farm karma if you're really in a dire need, because with the karmic retribution of tier 3, for example on Sunswept Isles or Dragonfall, where you kill a lot of enemies, you actually get a lot of karma just by playing the meta events there. This is because it enforces a guaranteed 200 karma drop for every single enemy that you tag, which is obviously quite a lot of karma. So let's now get to the possibilities how you can actually get gold out of karma. I will start with the infinite things, but I will also go to the capped things, so which they are limited how much you can purchase or how much gold you can make with it. But, and that's the important part, the capped things are more lucrative versions. So be sure to go and watch both of them if you have a lot of karma lying around. So let's start with the infinite ones. The infinite ones is very simple. You can start by buying volatile harvesting tools. You can get those from Living World Season 4 art vendors. Link is in the description below to the wiki. And if you use those, especially the sickle, which gives you more, you actually get around 6 to 8.5 silver per 1k karma that you spend. Of course, that's not instant gold. You have to go and gather some stuff. But if you do that regularly, for example, if you play World vs. World and do the synthesizers, or do just play PvE and gather a lot with these tools, you actually get more gold back than you would normally with gathering. So very worthwhile to do if you gather a lot. If you want to know how to make gold out of the volatile magic that you get from those gathering tools, be sure to check out the video in the top right hand corner where I talk about how you get the most gold out of your volatile magic. Another infinite way is also for core players actually here, is buying Lost Orient Tulip boxes, which you can get from this vendor in the Fort Trinity in the core map, Straits of Devastation. And if you do that, you get around 1.5 silver per 1k karma. You can buy infinite of those. I can buy over 6k here. So if I would do that, I would get around 100 gold out of that. So not crazy good, but it's a core way, and it's very, very easy because you get a lot of stuff that you can then sell. Another alternative would be bag of coffee beans that you can buy from NPC hard vendors in Path of Fire maps. You there get around 4.85 silver per 1k karma if you craft with those bag of coffee beans. So it's a little bit more annoying to do so. If you instantly sell them, you get around 3.4 silver per 1k karma. Can be very lucrative as well, but it's a little bit more annoying to do so. Not as easy as the core way or the volatile harvesting tools. If you want to see more content such as this, don't forget to subscribe. But now let's talk about the capped things. Now we cover things that are limited, how much you can purchase per week or per day, but they are more lucrative. So the first thing would be to buy Mistborn modes for karma, which you can buy 5 per day of at the Dragonfall Crystal Bloom Quartermaster. If you do that, you get around 2.8 silver per 1k karma. You can only buy 5 of those. You can also do that for other maps. So that's lucrative as well. But the Mistborn ones are obviously the most lucrative one. You can also go to this vendor here in Arborstone and purchase once per week the Antique Summoning Stone that you get for karma. And this gives you around 20 silver per 1k karma. Not a lot if you think about how much you get per week, but if you do it consistently, you at least get a little bit back for your karma. And then the most lucrative way of getting gold with karma by using a very easy to access capped way is using the packed supply network agents. Link to the current position of those is in the description below. The reason for that is they jump around the vendors that I'm talking about here in the core game, and you can buy so-called packed scout mapping materials, which requires the mastery supply line management. But if you have this, you can actually convert karma into gold very consistently. You can actually buy those, the so-called packed scout mapping materials, once per day per vendor. So there are multiple vendors, you go to them, purchase this for karma, and save them up and use them to progress the reward tracks of the corresponding core maps. If you do that for the correct maps, link to what map you should use it on is in the description below. It's rotating, so it's not always the same map. But if you use it on the best map, currently in the current week's rotation, you get around 8 silver per 1k karma. So if you do that consistently, you spend karma and get consistently gold out of it. Yes, it's a little bit annoying, you have to do it every day, but that's the best way that you can do and convert karma. So this is also my conclusion. There is not a perfect way to convert karma into gold. There are infinite ways, but they are not that lucrative. But if you have some patience and you can use the capped ways, you actually get way more out of your karma. Just a very short disclaimer at the end. Only do convert all your karma if you don't need your karma right now, or if you don't plan on making legendaries in the future. That's very obvious, but it makes a lot of sense because farming karma can be a pain. And with that, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick guide. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks to all my supporters on Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube. Thanks, Malice, and I hope to see you all in the next video.